Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features arguably the best defense in the NFL. The Browns are top 10 in fewest points allowed, and they'll be up against a Packers offense that wants to prove it can do some damage.
The forecast calling for more of the same of what we're seeing right now, a steady coat of fresh snow here at First Energy Stadium in downtown Cleveland. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. This is Isaiah Crowell, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They go play action here on first down. The left side throw complete to Adams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's the rookie from UTEP, Aaron Jones. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Defense has to stand tall here. 3rd and 1. Throwing, Hundley. And he's got Bennett. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
2nd down following the run. Now Hundley. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Back to throw here. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time. But...
yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. His throw incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Play clock winding down. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The #1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And it'll be 4th down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
And the Browns getting set to go. 2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Shift together here from the D-line. Kaiser on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. A first down carry now for Crowell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Let's go!
They go play action. Kaiser. Oh, Kaiser can't get away, and he'll go down. Kenny Clark. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Let's go! What? Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round!
From the gun, Kaiser. And he's going to go down again. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
An update from Buffalo. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Here we go! Ryan,
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
No, off. 49, check 49.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Here we go. 38.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, second quarterback. Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be... Second down.
You don't want no problem from me.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jamie Collins in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. They'll send the tight end Bennett in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Lets it go for Nelson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Kaiser got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Crowell. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down, Kaiser. Dancing to his left. And running with power here. Kaiser showing what he can do with his legs. It's more than just the arm. He scrambles and picks up the first.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Now it's Crowell. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
But we know one thing, Isaiah Crowell can run if given an opportunity. Had the longest run in the NFL in 2016, an 85-yard touchdown sprint, week 2 against Baltimore.
This one not quite as long, didn't end in 6, but still a great game. They keep it with Crowell on first. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, Kaiser. Going underneath for Crowell. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Isaiah Crowell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps up, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this.
Here we go. Play round. Play round. Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Ohio.
Now back to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Caleb Brantley in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Let's go.
They hand off to their big tight end. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 1-9. Back round. Check it back.
Kaiser now from the 50. He finds Coleman. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, it's one thing to complete that pass on a nice sunny 70-degree day, but in these elements, that's a tough thing to do.
It is, and let's just put the whole thing together, not just throwing the ball. trying to protect the quarterback now when you got the pass rushers coming at you. Maybe things are a little slippery on the field. The guys trying to cover downfield, wanting to make sure they keep their footing as the guys make their cuts, looking back and locating the ball. You name it, it's difficult all the way around. But the guy throwing it, he may have the toughest task.
A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Here we go. Brand 38. Ohio.
Kaiser now on second down. The swing pass caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The play fake. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
To the right side and complete to Njoku. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. Space to run past the 20. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Second and goal to go now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with third down upcoming. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Isaiah Crowell, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Packers get set to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Skirts by him at the 35. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. You never count the Packers out with Rodgers leading them, but the largest deficit they've come back from in team history is 23 points, and they need to top that number here. On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Here we go. 1, 9, 1.
They'll set up a throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll run it with Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The scoring update from the southern edge of Ohio down in Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Come on!
Now Kaiser. Caught here left side by Brett. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Mike Daniels in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Let's go! Brand 10! Flex round! Flex round! Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. Britt's got it complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Elsewhere, a third quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down.
Here we go.
Cobb in motion right. Now Hundley. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing, Hundley. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Christian Kirksey coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, come get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ohio.
Kaiser to throw it this time. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Play fake. Kaiser. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. You start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The #1 overall pick, Myles Garrett, showing why he was the #1 pick as he gets him behind the line. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Packers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He's thrown out for the backup Kessler. Coleman has it here right side. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for him on the year. And he's got room. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Cleveland, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.